Hello. It's been a while since I did a video, so I want to thank my supporters and those that's been encouraging me, asking me where is my videos and where have I been, and encouraging me to keep going with my videos. So today I'm gonna do one about pretty much about divorce and moving on while I'm driving, so forgive me, but I'm not using mine. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of TV shows with divorce on it. I think I seen Love and Hip Hop last week, and Erica was getting a divorce from Safari, and then she was hoping Safari would play fair. No, divorce is not fair. Sorry to tell you, unless you're dealing with somebody that's very mature. And this video, this is not to like tell anybody to get a divorce. Is mainly to let people know that if you're struggling with the decision to get a divorce or moving on, it's not a bad thing. Even though, you know, back in the day, Bible days, it says that divorce is bad. They were saying that divorce was bad. But if you really know how God wants you to be treated, then he doesn't go against divorce. If you truly know what he wants for you in your life and how you should be treated, and if you're not getting those things that it speak about in the Bible and how he wants you to be treated, and then it's okay. So this is for those that are struggling to move on, struggling with the decision, and those that pretty much want to get knowledge about it. Whatever this video is for, it's for. So yes, if you're struggling with the decision about getting a divorce, and it's really gonna be on your terms. Nobody can't tell you what to do. You can talk to people, but it's ultimately your decision to move forward within your marriage, which will be one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do in your life. One of the hardest things. It'll be very hard. So you really have to take time and analyze what you're in, the relationship that you're in, how you're being treated, what you're receiving. You can get outside opinions, but it's gonna be really your decision about that. So you pretty much have to realize how you're supposed to be getting treated, and you'll find that way out is really in the Bible for real, and really knowing within yourself your worth with how you want to be treated. If you're not getting treated the way that you want to be treated, then that's something to look at. If you're not getting talked to the way that you want to be talked to and how people should be talked to, that's something to look at. Just ultimately like disrespect, any toxic traits, you need to look at that. I'm pretty sure it was red flags in the beginning, and we be so in love that we kind of ignore those flags. And this the thing too, people just be getting married just to say they married. Like, no, before you get married, you actually need to do your research on marriage, because marriage is not about a ring, and it's not about a wedding. It takes compromise, it takes loyalty, it takes a solid foundation, it takes a lot of forgiveness, it takes a lot that people don't understand. You have disagreements in marriage, and people just think it's all pieces of cream when it's not. But yes, you need to really look at how you're being treated, how that person is treating you, and know your worth. And like I said, you need to, it's ultimately your decision. You can't get an input from anybody. You can listen to stories, but it's going to be your decision. And once you make that decision, you're going to battle if you're doing the right thing or not. But if you're by yourself and you listening to God's voice and knowing how you should be treated, and then that's how you're going to really make your decision for real. Nobody's going to be able to tell you. It's going to be something within your heart and in your mind that you know that you should be doing. And yes, you're going to battle with it. You're going to wonder, am I doing the right thing? my thing is, if somebody didn't lead you to divorce, to even make you take that step into getting the paperwork and all that says a lot as well too. Because even the marriage, it's gonna feel like some days you wanted to get a divorce, but actually going through the process, people don't understand that too about divorce. That's hard. When you actually have to go through the process, nobody wants to get a divorce. Nobody wants to end their marriage. So that takes a lot of balls for a person to even go out and get a lawyer and then go through the process with the paperwork and then keep going. That is a lot. And that process alone is hard, the divorce process. So if anybody's wondering how that process is, that's a battle alone within itself. You will have your highs and then you'll have your lows. You'll have your joyful days and then you'll have your sad days. But ultimately, when you hear from people gonna say it ain't God ain't. Marriage is designed by God, but God will take you through it to learn some stuff. Like everything we go through is to learn and work out for our good. So even though it's not a good thing to some people, it really is a testimony for some people, because it is another life after divorce. Even though I don't feel like, because I hate when people get a divorce and then they relationship status they put divorce. To me, no, you're not divorced, you're single. You got a divorce, but you're not divorced. I don't like when people label themselves that divorce. I hate that. I hate it. They should take that off. Like, no, you're single. You can date now. So it is an afterlife after divorce, and some people be scared about that part, which I totally understand. It's the unknown, so you scared about what your life is going to be like after the divorce, and it is an afterlife after divorce. It's the unknown, but you really have to trust in God that everything work out for your good. It is an afterlife. Hold on. So it is an afterlife. If you so yeah, like I was saying about divorce, it'll be a hard decision, but you'll have to make it on your own. And once you go through the process, it's gonna be an up and down process. You gonna have your good days, your bad days, but during the process, you have to trust. You really, really have to trust in the Lord. That's the only person you're gonna be able to lean on during that process. I mean, a good support system is good, but people gonna be judging you and talking about you and all that. So you really need to have real people, genuine people around you. But you really need to have God on your side. That's all you need. Because during this time, during that process, it's gonna work a lot of patience in you. Because, like the Bible says, tribulation, it work in patience, and that's something that process will teach you. Is it's gonna teach you a lot of patience, and it's gonna teach you to trust God and to lean on God. So during that process, you need to really, really, really lean on God. I mean, it's good to have one person you can talk to. Because it's going to be a difficult process. And once you get through it, it feels good. It feels hella good. And all of them are the same too. Like, every situation is different. And it all depends on the person that you're dealing with as well. Most people are not mature. And you see their colors come out during that process. You'll be like, who did I marry? Like, what? So that's why I said earlier about Erica. Hoping that Safari that he play fair. Divorce ain't fair, sweetie. Nope, not fair. you'll be like, who is this person I dealt with? I did not marry this person. But I want all the ladies to understand, it's okay to walk away. Don't just stay married just to say, I'm married. Like, if you're not getting treated the way that you want to be treated, and the way God designed for you to get treated, it's okay to walk away. Don't feel bad because you want to walk away and you're not getting treated right. Is this something on my head? Definitely look like it. My bad, I'm texting my boo. He's gonna go get some carpet freshener. Look, Ghetto Dollar, Family Dollar closed. They ain't supposed to be closed this early. But like I said, it's okay to walk away, ladies. Stop trying so hard to keep these. I want to say the N word, but I ain't gonna say the N word. It's okay to walk away from these little boys, because grown boy, you ain't gonna walk away from that grown boy. The one that's actually treating you right and treating you the way that you're supposed to be treated, you're not gonna walk away. But it's okay to let go. It's okay to walk away. Stop feeling like you have to keep a relationship and keep a marriage. It takes two people. You just can't do it by yourself, and that's something about the process too, as far as people be battling if they should get a divorce or not. When you're the only one putting the work in, if you're the only one putting the work in, that says a lot right there. It takes two people to make it work. You can't be the one planning dinners and trying to make it work and canceling and all of that. If that individual doesn't want to make it work for you, I had to tell him I'm making a video. You know I'm making a video. This way you gotta put your phone on Do Not Disturb. But if you're the only one trying to make it work, it takes two people to make it work. Like that's something that you have to understand too when you battle with moving forward and moving on with your life. If you're the only one putting the work in and the other person ain't putting the work in with you, that's a sign right there. It literally takes two people to make it work. And you also have to have God first too. You can't have no marriage. It can't be rebuilt back up without God. God has to be number one within that marriage, within that relationship, for it to hold. If God is not inside of it, it's really nothing you could do. There's really nothing you can do, because once it's meant to be, you'll know it'll flow. Like real love, that's the difference, because people don't understand the difference between real love and fake love and toxic love. You can love a person all day, but to be in love is not toxic, it's not disrespectful, it's not abusive. Yes, like I said, you'll have your disagreements, but real love is exactly what the Bible says. It's patient, it's kind, it does not keep tally of what the next person is doing. It most people think because a person is grabbing on you, fighting, that's not real love. Real love is literally, it'll feel right to you, ladies. It'll be comfortable. It won't be confusing. You won't have to think. You won't have to go through nobody Facebook messages, DMs, all that. It's not all of that inside of a real marriage, a real relationship, and real love. Like if you have to go through all of that, just like I don't really want to keep referring to Love and Hip Hop. I seen that. I just like, Safari, you hella immature. Like dude, grow up. And you on camera and you got your mama going off on you. Like I don't even know why I put it on that show. I'm glad I did, because that was kind of a way of God talking to me. Cause I've been trying to figure out a topic to talk about, but I just couldn't think of one. And then I seen it on Marriage Huntsville. That show right there, oh my God. All they keep talking about is Martell and Melody. around their divorce. That's all that show is about now. Martell, you need to go up. And that's the thing too. People keep trying to tell Melody she gonna get back with Martell. How y'all gonna tell this lady, keep telling this lady that she gonna get back with somebody that cheated on her, had a baby with her, kept cheating on her? Because they was married and had kids together does not mean you need to be with somebody. That's that toxicity, whatever. It's toxic. That's toxicity, whatever. I got knowledge in my mouth. But that's what that is. Don't nobody want that in their lives. She moved on for a reason. She realized her worth. He hella mad at her because she done moved on. Every time he see her, he trying to get in her face. Like, he trying to act all hard too. When she don't fall into his traps, he get mad at her because she not falling into his traps. Like, it's done, bro. She moved on. Like, he be hella mad that she moved on. They trying to tell this, like, you gonna get back with him. I hope they get back together. Why would y'all want her to get back with somebody that, first of all, that did not value her the first time around? When you have a woman that you really, really love, you should value that person when you first, not even a woman, a man too. You should value that person when you first have them in their lives. He cheated on her multiple times. She took him back. Then he had a nerve to have a baby by somebody else. They got all this stuff together. They got property. They got kids. They got houses. They got all that together, and you messed all that up. And people was expecting her to go back to him. Yeah, okay. Don't do it. So that I really was been battling with that, with making a video, and I couldn't think about the topic at hand. And then people probably like, how you gonna talk about divorce? How you gonna talk about divorce? Because I've been through it before. I know exactly how I feel. I know exactly the process of, and pretty much I don't talk about nothing that I have not been through. That I have not been through. That's why I can tell you it's an afterlife, because I'm living a life that I absolutely knew that was designed for me. I went through the process. People still think I'm married to this day, which I'm not. Thank you, God. Hallelujah. Took 1.5 years to get a divorce. And it's an afterlife. I moved on, and I literally listened to God. I listened to videos. I did not let nobody alter my decision. It took a while. Not a while. It didn't take a while, but it took a minute for me to decide what I wanted to do. I had to literally lean onto God and His understanding, like the Bible said, in all your ways acknowledge Him. So I give Him credit for everything that's happening in my life. Every decision that I make, I try to listen to His voice, and that was a process I had to listen to. I had to listen to God's voice. I didn't want nobody in my ear. I didn't want any of that. I literally had to, God, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you're trying to get me to understand? And He made me realize, this is how I want you to be treated, daughter. This is the life that I want you to have. And what you're getting, it's expired. It's time for you to move on. And when I decided to move on, I still had to listen to His voice at the same time. And He started showing me, this is what I want you to have in your life. This is how I want your life to be planned. I didn't choose my life. God chose my life for me. But I had to look at it and understand this is what God wanted me to have. So when I speak about listening to His voice, that will help you. You have to listen to His voice. You can't come up with your own. We like to come up with our own logic in our heads, like signs and stuff. Ooh, this is a sign. No, you literally have to keep yourself quiet. Your inside, you have to stay at peace. You can't let certain stuff get to you, because that will happen. The other person, it could be angry and could be childish and will do evil stuff to you to try to knock you off. You can't feed into all of that, because when you've been evil to somebody, that doesn't get you anywhere anyway. So you have to keep yourself calm and at peace, and keep your mind and your eyes focused on the target and where you're trying to go. You can't keep looking back in the rearview mirror and fall into every trap that person is trying to get you to walk into. So I had to listen to His voice. I had to stay in the Word, and I literally had to stay by myself and listen to His Word. And as far as the afterlife, life is good. Life is great. Like, my in-laws, I love my in-laws. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law, I love them. I didn't have that in my past. Boy, now I don't even want to talk about my past, but my past, just because this is a video, I really want to say my past can. I really want to say some bad stuff, but this video gonna be on the internet for a long time, so I ain't gonna even speak about say anything evil. But my past, that was, didn't get along with the mother-in-law, didn't get along. People was talking sister-in-law. I ain't got time for all of that. So that's how I know it was designed by God, the life that I have now, because I don't gotta go through none of that what I went through back then. None of it. We have a good relationship. We're great, and that does make that makes an impact on a relationship. Even though some people don't think it does, it really did, because boy, I'm a savage, and I wanted to be a savage back then, but I never was disrespectful, never gonna be disrespectful to somebody else's mama. But I was really, really tested during that time, and that really made a decision for me to move on as well too. I didn't want to deal with that, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to move forward as well. That's hard on a relationship, and some people don't understand that when you with somebody that you love, and their parent is envying you, is being mean to you, don't like you for no apparent reason, that takes a toll on a relationship. That takes a toll on a marriage. So that's why I say, if you're not getting along with the in-laws, that's something to think about too, because when you're married, and that's why you have to know about marriage too, because when you're married, you're not only marrying that person, you're marrying the family. And if you're not with somebody that can take up for you and know right from wrong, and know when they're being controlling, because people do have spirits in them, witchcraft and all that. It just, if that person can't stand up for you, you gonna be battling for a long time. So it's pointless. So that's something that you have to look at as well. If before you get married, this is the family that I'm going to be married to. Is that a family that you want to be a part of for the rest of your life? That's something to look at, and then that's something also to look at when moving on as well. Is this a family that I want to be a part of? Is this what I want my kids to be around? Like, oh, that's something else during divorce too. Kids, it will be hard on kids. I hate to say that. But if you can keep it as clean as possible, for the kids, if you really love your kids, you'll keep it clean and you'll keep them out of it. But it literally don't work that way when you're getting divorced. It's two sides. One person messy, the other person can be messy too, but the kids will have a hard time, during that, and you try to keep them away from it the best way that you can. It will have an effect on them, so you have to watch that behavior, like as far as at home and at school. So try to be understanding if you are going to go through with that decision. Make sure you kind of like pay attention to your kids and try to be a little kind-hearted to them, because they are going to have a difficult time. You have to be very understanding that they're coming from this life to a new life, and it's very hard on them. So don't feel bad as a parent if you know you're doing the ultimate right decision. Don't feel bad. Don't be hard on yourself. Know that it's going to work out for your good, and it's going to be okay. And they're eventually going to be okay. And if they have any questions, I suggest that you answer them the best way you can, but don't down talk the other parent. Be classy about it. But that doesn't always work with the other side. But on your end, try to be classy with it. Try to be understanding with it, and just don't try to be messy with it. So kids will have a hard time, and that's something that you have to decide. Which that's something you'll battle with as well, because kids will have a hard time. But do what you got to do for yourself. Like, it's about your happiness. If you're not happy, it's just it's not gonna work. You have to be happy within yourself and within it at the same time. And if you straight going through hell, it's not worth it to keep standing in for the kids, because you could be 30 years down the line, kids not third, y'all silent, all y'all got is each other. So marry the right way, be smart, get knowledge. It's okay to reach out to people and talk to people, but you have to make your own decisions for yourself. What else can I say? I took notes, but I just be going off the top of the head. God will give me a topic to talk about, and I'll start writing it down. Like, he gave me this topic at like 5 o'clock in the morning, like last week, and I straight my friend just kept motivating me, like, girl, where your videos at? And I told her about the topic. God woke me up. She was just pretty much telling me, like, girl, do your topic. It's gonna help somebody out there. So she really motivated me to really do this video. As much as I don't want to do this video and put my business out there like that, it's like I see on Love and Hip Hop, like I said, it's on TV. So I just want to put it out there, like, it's okay. It's another life. It's an afterlife. Even though you might feel alone, you're not alone. It's plenty of people that has been through it, and you're going to be okay. So she motivated me and made me understand that it's okay to talk about it. But to me, I was like that too. I really don't like people in my business, but it's a testimony. That's how you know it's God, because you have to give God his credit. I'm giving him his credit. He gave me strength to get through the process. He gave me strength to move on. He's still giving me strength to this day to keep going, because you are going to be battling with issues even when you move on with your life. But you got to leave the past in the past, and sometimes they're hard. Like, some stuff will pop up that'll make you think about your past, but you got to talk to God and you got to talk to yourself and understand that that's from the past, and it's time to move on, and ain't no looking in the rearview mirror. And also, this video is not only for the ladies either. I'm talking to the guys as well. Like, and I know it's hard for guys, you know, real men. I know it's hard to leave your family and all that. Y'all deserve to be treated right too. Y'all deserve to be treated equally and fair. You don't need to be talked down to and all of that by your spouse, by the person that you're in a relationship to. So I'm not only talking to females, I am talking to the dudes out there as well. So please don't get this video just mixed up. She only talking to, I'm talking to whoever want to feel this. I ain't doing it. Just ladies and but I do want to help my ladies, because my ladies, I need us to go back to knowing our worth. We take a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be taking, and we forget our worth. Ladies, it's time to go back to knowing your worth. It's time to understand that we are the prize. So if you're not getting treated the way that you want to be treated, it's time to walk away, because it is somebody out there that will treat you better. And that's why I really want to put this out there, because it's time to get us back, ladies. Like, if you literally not getting treated the way you want to be treated, the way you've been raised and all, walk away. We have intuitions for a reason. We shouldn't be tolerating all the stuff that we be tolerating. Like, that's why I watch these TV shows, because ladies really be taking a lot, and they shouldn't. And then like on the internet, be playing games, all them Facebook games and comments on the pictures and all. That's disrespectful to relationships and all of that. If you gotta tell somebody to not do that on social media, that says a lot of how they feel about you. So to me, this generation and this social media and all that, they get a lot of people in trouble. But the right person not gonna do all of that. And I need people to understand that. Definitely the females, I need them to understand that the person that truly loves you not gonna do all that. They not gonna lose you or jeopardize what y'all have over an outsider, over little petty stuff. So I need women to get that through their head. So I think I pretty much went through everything that I had on my notepad. So that's straight top of the head. So, but yes, ladies, get back to knowing your worth. Get back to putting your foot down. Check him. Don't be scared to check him. If he can't do what needs to be done, then adios. The next person got you. I ain't the one for you, player. You can't do what I'm asking you to do, or what I need you to do, and be a stand-up guy like you're supposed to be, and how you know what to do. Because men know what they need to do. Kick them to the curb, ladies. It's okay to do that. Come on, daughter. What, Jason?
Mama, do you want me to let the mirror out?
Nah, Daddy. Put some flip-flops on.
Okay.
Read a book and color your thing in. Yeah. Don't read no book that you already read. I want to see the book that you got.
Yes, ma'am.
So, look into all of that as well. I guess the next topic I'll talk about is I don't know, blended families moving forward. I don't know. I really want people to tell me what they need me to talk about, but I want people to understand it's okay to move on. It's okay to get a divorce. Don't let people out here make you feel like it's bad. And divorce rate is high now. It's high because people not marrying right, and people are it's lust. It's not real love. People are not getting married for real love. They're getting married for the wrong reasons. They're getting married to be taken care of. They're getting married because of lust. Getting married for a ring. Getting married to say they married. No, marriage takes a lot, and you really have to love that person. You just can't get married just because love. Like, you have to really be in love, have a good foundation, and really want to work it out and be there with that person. So this is for those that's having a hard time moving on, and it's okay to move on. It's okay to launch out in the deep, and that's from the Bible as well. When he let his net down, God told him to let his net down, you know. So it's okay to launch out in the deep. It's gonna be real uncomfortable for a minute, but if you can hold on a little longer and lean on God and trust God, trust me, you're going to be okay. The life after is really good. It's really refreshing. You don't have to argue with nobody. You don't have all that anymore. If you can just work on yourself and work on where you went wrong at, what you missed, all of that. Just read some books, listen to some videos. Really work on yourself within that process too, because you can do that when you're going through the process as well. Work on yourself so you can prepare yourself for your for your new life, because it's gonna be refreshing. It's gonna be peaceful. It's gonna be joyful. You just gotta trust in God that you're gonna get everything that you deserve, and it's gonna be that life. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. If you have any questions, comments under the video.